Peterborough, Ontario, starting point for the Rally of the Tall Pines. And last stop in Molson's Rally Championship of Canada series, a series that has taken many of today's drivers close to 100,000 kilometers throughout Canada in its 11 previous events. Hello, I'm your host, Wally Crowder, and during the final 676 kilometers of this series, the Rally of the Tall Pines will give us a close view of the people and machines that excel in this sport. This is Doug Leverton from London, Ontario, a 10-year veteran. Doug is currently in a strong position in the national standings. With the help of a specially mounted camera in Doug's car, he will provide us with an insider's perspective of his final attempt at securing second place in the series. And this is Leverton's toughest opponent. Going into this event, Taisto Heinonen has already locked up his third straight Canadian championship, but that won't stop him from going all out in this rally. Both of these men are excellent drivers, but there's a great deal more to this sport than driving at fantastic speeds. Preparation begins at least a week before each event. It ends with a long series of checks and double checks by both officials and team members. Safety and performance are the top priorities in the pre-event hours. Registration is the next important phase during the first day. Before receiving their competitive number, each driver must provide proof of eligibility. Before leaving, watches are set according to the official time of the event. Now when the car number is on, the team is all set to go.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Rochester, New York. Doing all right. Just a couple of things left over from the TOR that we haven't quite got straightened out yet.
What's that?
Oh, the hauler gears, we got to change them over to metric miles.
Yeah.
This night out, we're in third overall. And second night out, drive shaft fell out of it. But the POR is so rough that things like that do happen, and we got back in the car, and we just couldn't make up the time we lost.
What about today?
I hope it's rough and slippery and snow.
Well, everything from gas tanks to odometers has been checked, and it's time to go from rally headquarters to the official start area at Peterborough City Hall.
What's that?
The cars leave according to their number, which are handed out according to a seating based on current results. And so it's Heinonen first, Leverton second, followed by John Nixon of Calgary and Walter Boyce of Vancouver.
The cars will be leaving in approximately 8
Look
minutes.
at the yellow boxes, another
So
team.
bear with us a few more minutes and we'll be announcing the cars as they leave the starting line. Thank you.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a word about what Canadian Championship Rally is. The rally...
Yeah, I only run a couple KM.
Taisto Heinonen with co-driver Tom Burgess is underway. The first section of this type of rally is called a transit stage. The purpose of a transit stage is to move the teams to the competitive section known as special stages or selectives. Here, speed makes it or breaks it. But on the transit stages, a single traffic violation means elimination from the event. The teams now move north to the first competitive stage, traditionally designed as a spectator area. Spectator stages are usually wide open areas. This will give local people an opportunity to see the vehicles perform before they venture farther north and into the night.
Location at the end of A5, where the downhill right is.
Right.
I heard that that's glare ice.
As the cars line up, there's a little time for the teams to get out and talk strategy. The first car is on the course as we see Taisto Heinonen maneuver his car through the first turn. Taisto is originally from Finland and has earned the nickname the Flying Finn in Canadian driving circles, and it's no wonder. Let's take advantage of our inside camera now and take a ride through this course with Doug Leverton.
210, course right.
Doug has improved steadily over the past few years, and he's hoping to finish this series with a big win.
7/10.
Doug's time as he approaches the finish area is 1 minute, 2 seconds. That's 3 seconds slower than Heinonen, but should put him in a good position. This is car number 3, John and Lynn Nixon from Calgary, one of the few husband and wife teams on the circuit. Walter Boyce is driving hard. He's followed by Dan Teal from Rochester, New York. Neil Leslie in car number 9 already has his lights going on as he goes through the first turn. All the drivers will need those lights soon as they move 40 miles north to the second competitive stage.
3/10, course right.
The officiating and organization for this event is being capably handled by the Maple Leaf Rally Club. They're responsible for ensuring the stage roads are safely closed. Here's Teisto Heinonen barreling through this stage. The course is wet. That makes it tough to stay on the road. Co-driver Ken Humphrey has the countdown, and Team Leverton is off once again. There's Heinonen at the finish. His time, 6 minutes, 42 seconds. The Nixon team is off as the officials work through the start order at timed intervals. This is Leverton. As we mentioned, the course is wet. It makes it very tough and slippery and difficult, and this, as a matter of fact, is one of the most difficult sections of the whole course. Very slippery. As you see, 3 hills here, makes it tough driving all the way. Leverton slides through the finish with 6 minutes, 58 seconds. These first cars are averaging close to 60 miles an hour on some of the roughest roads you can imagine. And they'll soon be turning around to repeat this one in the dark. Here's our first look at Gary Neal's car number 7. Team Nixon's time is 7:32. There are several jumps in this stage as we see car number 5 hit one of them. As you can well imagine, they can be tough on cars and occupants, but you won't see many cars slow down for them. Dan Teal has 7 minutes, 32 seconds for this course. Let's see how one of the lower-seated cars handles this section. It's Gary Porb in car 39 hitting those jumps like there's no tomorrow. Well, hopefully there will be, Gary.
Yeah. I noticed the back nose. Where? Look off a while in. Thanks.
Okay. I figure you should be waiting about another 4 minutes for that control closing car.
Okay, Roger. He hasn't passed us yet, Ross.
Okay, Bob.
Well, as the light fades, it's time now to turn the cars around and head back down the same course, hoping for good times. But this time it will be dark, and the officials must ensure that the course is clear. Safety lights are an important part of the car's equipment. These powerful beams ensure that each car stays between the shoulders and the trees. Many of the drivers actually prefer night driving. The vehicle lights provide greater contrast than overhead sunlight, and they're better able to anticipate the many bumps and turns ahead of them. This looks like Heinonen at the finish of this stage. He clocks in at 6 minutes, 59 seconds and stays in the lead. A great deal of this rally will take place during the night before it finishes near dawn. Rallying is a real test of endurance for car and driver, and there's little time for rest. Those teams that finish the rally, that stay on the road in spite of continuous high speeds on the roughest roads, can be proud of their performance, win or lose. Doug Leverton's car has just finished the stage. Let's see how he fared.
Well, it's a bit sore. But I had some stuff put on it at the last service point. I'm feeling a little better. I came over a crest. I guess I was just a little too much of an angle. And I hit a rock, and the wheel snapped on my arm.
Thank you.
His time is 7 minutes, 14 seconds. And as you heard, his arm is giving him trouble. We'll check on that with Doug soon when he pulls in for a service stop. Right now, he's sitting in second place behind Heinonen as the rally of the Tall Pines continue. The first service stop, timeout to assess performances and decide strategy.
I think we should have another 5. Okay, the other thing. How much time we got before we're due out of here?
Got an hour and a half.
Let's see the map.
It's during the service stop when an outsider can see the work that goes on behind the scenes, work that can win or lose a rally. The rally team is more than just the two occupants of the car. Vital communications between drivers and mechanics determine everything from the type of tires to be used to the root of an engine problem. Quick decisions must be made, and they have to be the right ones.
Oh, could I use your other 100 horsepower in that last stage? 100 horsepower.
Wasn't that a nice stage?
Oh, just beautiful. I never got out of third.
A rare stage.
Third and fourth. Never. Second for the intersection. That was the only time I was in second.
Communication goes on between drivers as well, and it's all part of the competition. In this series, a rally team can be anything from 2 lonely teammates to a full crew of 10 to 15 people. But the object is still the same. Go as fast as you can and hope that you're still running when the dawn arrives.
4, 3, 2, 1, go!
The final service stop. In the pre-dawn hours, a check of the unofficial standings indicates good news for the favorites and diminishing hope for the underdogs.
Price was just not for us. I can't get this thing going in deep snow. There's nothing wrong with the car at all. It's great. For its 48th or 49th rally on it, and it's going to be retired.
Both teams are well ahead of the pack, but few of the other drivers are giving up as they prepare for the final stage. Nothing is left to chance as more of the 30 tires brought along by Team Leverton are put on the car. The final stage. Regardless of the standings, one false move and the rally can be lost.
I figure if they are, I can catch next to them there.
Egan Creek,
Yeah.
Wanamaker Lake,
Yep.
and they're both quick,
Yep.
and they're both wide.
Yep.
So all we got to do is stay on the road.
A good run here for Doug Leverton will wrap up second place in the rally and in the series.
3, 2,
And here's Tasto at the start. And And Doug Leverton is off, trying to secure second place. Taisto Heinonen is safely in with an average speed of 78 kilometers per hour. And now it's the leisurely drive back to rally headquarters for the official finish line. Doug Leverton looks like he's making good time. Doug Leverton has just recorded his best time of the rally, just 3 seconds off Taisto's pace on this stage. The competition is over, but as they say, there's always next year. It's morning as the teams reach rally headquarters for the final time check of the Rally of the Tall Pines. It's been a long night, but a good one for people like Doug Leverton and his co-driver, Ken Humphrey. Second place for them will mean bigger and better things on the horizon.
Taisto Heinonen and Tom Burgess.
For Taisto Heinonen, it's another year as the reigning Canadian Rally champion. This is your host, Wally Crowder.